Hello and welcome to another Finnish gear reviews video. Today we'll be looking at a bunch of Vatnik, Cope and Seath comments under my videos. So chances are that you found this channel because I've been uploading conflict videos every Monday for the past several weeks. And also the pro-Russian people have found those clips and they find them very offensive. So in this video, it's going to be a little bit of a different one, maybe a fun one. I'll just be going through and showing you the funniest comments that I've found so far. And a lot of them, I'll have to put them through a translator so that we can read them in English. So let's head over to the computer and let's take a look. Alrighty, we're gonna get started with my most popular video, which is the grandpa that almost shoots the Finnish soldiers. So the first comment here is, I feel sorry for these good souls. Not really sure what I should say about that. Sorry for what? Okay, next up. Why should we in theory invade Finland? Supposedly push the borders even further away from St. Petersburg. Yeah, that's close out the Baltic Sea. Take Estonia, take Finland, close it out. That way you can protect St. Petersburg from any enemy navy. By this logic, this grandfather could have been scared of the Swede. But wait, Sweden can be fought and occupied. So I guess this is a Russian that cracked open a history book and noticed that yes, Finland was part of the Swedish Empire for, I don't know, what is it, 700 years or so? He's speaking Swedish. I doubt he would be afraid of the Swede. Now, if you're Russian, you might be afraid of the Swede. But if you're Finnish, you might not like them. Doubt you're going to be afraid of them. All right, next up, Finnish paranoia. Dada Piotr, it's a show. Yeah, glory to the Russian people, glory to the Russian people. Russians are the good guys though. Nope, they are not. Okay, war in TV series. Bravo, you can still send angry SMS to the Kremlin to show off the Finnish power. I assume something's being lost in translation here, but I'm not sure why we're supposed to be sending SMS to the Russians. Another Finnish Western copium, cranberry. I think something's lost in translation because I've seen this cranberry being used a few times. And I know what a cranberry is, but I don't know what it is in the Russian context. Someone says cringe. Yeah, maybe. Why were poor Finnish films recommended to me? I don't know. Why are you not at home? The homeland is calling. Stop commenting in Serbian. So I assumed there was some Serb getting uppity. Next up, rare nonsense for residents of Finland and Sweden. No one cares what you guys think. Correct. So what a miracle I have to watch. I don't know what that means. Finnish cranberry. Here's the cranberry again. All right, next up. A Gripen dodges a missile. Here we go. Finland wanted a Red Army revisit so bad. I mean, the show is... That's the revisit, right? I don't think we want it, but you guys can always come and get it if you want it. Reminds me of the Russian TV series Sea Devils. Maybe I have to check it out. All right, next up, we got an Archipelago gunfight. Stupid movie, watch Hell's Finest, a Russian raid. That's where real shooting is shown, not this BS. I think the Russian raid is the Tarkov videos on YouTube. They're pretty good. Yeah, Russian raid, escape from Tarkov. I mean, that's a computer game, right? So... That is the photo with blacks in the Finnish army was not ordered. Suomi became prettier after 1917. Newsflash. There are black people in the Finnish military. There are brown people in the Finnish military. There are women in the Finnish military. There are gays in the Finnish military. It's a conscript military. So if you're a male in Finland, when you turn 17, you're going to show up to the conscription call, like the event, and then you're gonna go to the military or do your civil service. If you're female, you can do voluntary service. Get over it. It's funny how these Russians, they are so upset about people of color serving in Western militaries, especially when there's conscript militaries, so they really have no choice. Meanwhile, they're offering contracts to people from Africa to come and fight in Ukraine. So it's very odd how they have an issue with us having people of color, but when they use them as cannon fodder, it's all very based and trad. yeah, someone. The Finnish nationalist, yes, of course. He's also bringing up blacks, Muslims, and Asians in the Russian army. Yeah. All right, and then we just get into a race war in the comments, so that's fine. Sorry, 2025 spring, there aren't Finnish soldiers. There are could be only Finnish victims. What are you even trying to say? Live in peace with Russia. Okay? I mean, stay on your own side of the border. Stop meddling in our affairs. Stop assassinating peoples in our country. Stop blowing up our infrastructure. Maybe we can have peace then, but you guys have an issue with staying within your own borders. Okay, we got another wall of text here. Unrealistic precisely because after the girl began to shoot back, no one would take them prisoner in the end, even after raising their hands. I mean, it's a mask-off moment, yes. We do know that the Russians commit horrific war crimes constantly. And they execute wounded and surrendered soldiers. So, yeah, it's very true. Okay, I don't know if this guy is a pro or anti-Russian, but he's right. They probably wouldn't take them. Except Williams in this show is a VIP, so they would want him alive. Maybe they would just execute the rest. Okay, Finnish propaganda video. What else do we have here? Fairy tales to once again make Russians look stupid. Okay. The longer you believe in films like this, the more films like this are made, the better for us. Okay. And then we'll just fight in the comments over there. All right, we're gonna get to the boat chase clip. Let's see what they have to say. No sooner had they joined NATO than they immediately rushed to make a movie about how they were fighting the Russians. There are no words, they are heroes. Albania hasn't made a movie yet about how the valiant Albanian soldiers are taking Moscow for the 9th time in a row. I have no idea how Albania got involved in this, but this show was in the works prior to Finland joining NATO, I'm pretty sure. It must have been because this was being written prior to Ukraine being invaded in 2022. Obviously not before the 2014 invasion. Okay, what is so butthurted for you? Go thank your Putin. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna go into my episode 1 review. We got Finnish propaganda. So, nice to get a break from Russian propaganda. Both sides has lost. Same type of propaganda, blah, blah, blah. Our propaganda is better than your propaganda, okay? Deal with it. Why exactly do the Finns want to attack Russia? We don't. In the series, Russia is attacking Finland. This is such a slow way of committing suicide. Well, seriously, a nuclear country is attacked by Finland without any experience of war. In fact, at the moment, the strongest army in the world is Russian. She's grinding NATO down at the current level of hostilities. That is certainly an interesting way to view Russian military power right now, since you guys have basically blown through all your Soviet stockpiles and are, the second best army in Ukraine at the moment. So I think you guys have too high of an opinion of yourselves. Okay, this is going to be the video about the Finnish mechanized attack. Let's see what they have to say. All right, Winter War has been mentioned. That kind of pissed them off. What doesn't kill us only makes us stronger. This is a very odd attitude again, where they can just throw men into a meat grinder, basically destroying a generation or two of Russian men. And then they think that it just makes them stronger. It's like, that's not how it works. And then we're fighting over who actually lost or won the Winter War. Okay, someone says Karjala on oleva vapaa, so Karelia must be free. Okay, Finland will also be set free. That's the counter from the Russians. In a real war, they wouldn't even reach the line in such a column. It's cool, you're already being prepared for war. The Russians are so flamboyant, but why do we need another first? The Russians are flamboyant. That's a interesting word to be using. We Russians don't want war with Finland. Okay. There's always someone. Don't worry, as Finn, I don't want war with Russia either. I don't particularly want war with Russia either, but I mean, again, stay on your side of the border. The Finns believed in themselves? Yes, we actually do. They consider the Winter War as their victory. Of course they believed in themselves. Obviously we consider the Winter War a victory. And the whole Second World War for Finland. We didn't get occupied and we were a country bordering Russia. So, yeah. We may have lost territory, but it's still considered a victory. Just remember, Finland wouldn't last 2 weeks in a conventional war against Russia. Big words from a nation that decided that they should take all of Ukraine in 3 days. Propaganda for a useless war. I know this is a shocker for some, but if you're defending your country, it's not a useless war. If you're defending your country, your family, your lands, your children, that's not a useless war for the defender. It might be a useless war for the attacker, but not for the defender. As I understand it, the Finns haven't been punched in the nose for a long time that they became so proud of their military capabilities. A wonderful piece of propaganda that gets people ready for war. Condolences to the adequate residents of Finland. I think the translator is still, again, messing up with the adequate residents of Finland. Don't know what the context is going to be there. We haven't been punched in the nose in a while. Yeah, well, we haven't been invaded by the Russians in a while, so... yeah. I don't consider us that we've really been taking any punches here in the past 100 years. We've been giving them out. Finland really want the Red Army revisit soon, eh? In the show, this is the revisit. And we're pushing them out. Y'all ain't making it past the border checkpoints. They'll have to fight for it. I can tell you that. I burst into laughter at the thought that the Finns would carry out such an attack, but they will be gouged even during the grouping. And then we're gonna fight in the comments again. My guy, your assault formations get blown up in their staging area. Point, question mark. And then we'll just go with Russia strong. No, it's not. Alright. Special military operation has been mentioned. Okay, last one up. This is the Patria AMV video where it engages some Russian soldiers and gets blown up in the end. This series is just blatant militarism, like an ad for equipment and recruitment. We have a conscript military. We don't need to recruit. That's not how a conscript military works. You show up, okay? And that's what Ken over here is mentioning. Alrighty, but that's all the comments I have for you all today. Which one was your favorite? Let me know. Thank you for watching.